So, what exactly is conventional thinking? It's sort of, for me, in the scenario that I face, that may be of value to other people, uh, has been to divorce myself from the argument with the original architects of all this that goes way back to 28 years ago now. Coming to 29 years ago this coming spring. Uh, uh, the really took over sort of thing when the powers that be really came on the scene sort of thing. But anyway, divorce myself from that argument, however in your face it can be, uh, and the powers that be do try to put it right in your face sort of thing. Just divorce yourself from that argument. The other thing that had to take place was that I had to get on top of the druggings. Now, that's not always in every way possible. For example, what I've had to try and do a few takes of this video because my short-term memory is being affected by the druggings. Again, there's ways of working around that, and I do that. But anyway, there are ways of knocking out your short-term memory. Just like there's, for example, ways of trying to get me to go to the TV or the internet or whatever. The memory thing, the short-term memory thing, can't really do that much about. But other things I can manage. But yeah, so divorce myself from the argument with those original people, the architects, as I call them. Get on top of the druggings as much as I can, and then don't, no matter how much it's in your face, don't bite to the things that people are sort of testing you out on. It never was for me what I was being tested on. It was always the fact that I was being tested on things. Why am I being tested on this stuff when it's totally irrelevant to me? Bit like the lecture, the art therapy, the drama therapy, whatever you want to call it, and the lessons or whatever. Uh, Once I've figured something out, it's like I said to the TV the one day, like, change the record. Uh, anyway, they can't. They don't know how. I don't think they're so consumed with all manner of stories and all the investment and all everything, so on and so forth. But for me, divorce myself from the argument. Uh, get on top of the druggings as much as possible, um, and just other things that I've been doing in the flat, which is meditation yoga, for example. Now, one of the things I've been doing with the meditation is getting to a stage where I do not perform in this flat. That's not always easy, especially with the druggings, but I've been working towards that. It's pretty easy out there as well when I go into town. But sometimes some things need to be done, uh, and if I feel there's a need to do certain things in town, then I'm going to do them. I see that as pretty necessary. Um, but yeah, all in all, conventional thinking is just for example, the choices, the so-called choices that you're given, they're actually ultimatums once you know it all works. A bogus anyway, both sides of whatever coin they're trying to suggest. And I was going to call this suggestions on a postcard, but I don't get a postcard coming through the letterbox. So, but yeah, it's like, you know, just do your thing. Um, uh, you know, do things off your own back, of your own volition. Don't get swept up into irrelevant arguments. Don't get taken in even by people when they're in your face. Uh, Sometimes give people the benefit of the doubt, sometimes don't. But yeah, just work on things as they go along. These videos are good for me. Every time I look at them, I find things and then to improve. And then I look back after a bit of time and I can see things in a better perspective with the benefit of hindsight. But yeah, uh, working away at memory at the moment, which is pretty unnecessary and just a waste of time. But there you go. But let's stop with it. But yeah. Oh, and they're trying to test me out again, probably. But anyway, yeah. Quite an interesting few days. 3 weeks again. I can't believe it. 3 weeks since hospital. It is. It does literally feel like a lifetime ago. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, got into a bit of a spat with someone I met during my time in psychiatric units, uh, who put on a performance. Did I put on a performance? I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? Who cares? But anyway, I hope this video has been instructive. 2 people it may be of benefit to. As for everything else, I suppose it's all a work in progress, isn't it? But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Something else that I forgot to mention, because it was quite difficult to maintain the flow of the video, was that after I posted, I think it was the last one, Problems, I saw a post apparently from NASA. I kind of thought, well, I'm not actually interested in the stuff that NASA apparently posts, and this ties in with what I was saying about finding my own way, my own approaches to things, because that is what I'm having to do. Things being like they are. Also, I saw a photo of this actress called Keira Knightley. I don't think I've ever watched a film of hers. But like, maybe I should be saying this, maybe Hollywood would break out or whatever. I don't know. But I thought, well, it's like this is what I used to think about a a member of the royal family who's now not around. And that is, we all actually go to the bog in the end. That is the great leveler. It ain't death or anything dramatic like that. It's actually going to the bog. When you die, you die. But and it's a debate what happens afterwards. But when you go to the bog, that is the great leveler. Anyway, that's what I thought about Keira Knightley.